Okay, hi everybody. I'm Jennifer Pearson. I'm a Senior Ruby Ambassador with Plexus, and thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I hope you've had a great Memorial Day. And I really am going to try to keep this very short, just 30 minutes, but we have some amazing stories to share with you tonight, and I can't wait for you to hear them. I want to first say that we are independent ambassadors, and also Plexus does not claim to cure, treat, or prevent any disease. And because of that, tonight you're not going to hear us mention any diseases by name, but some of the symptoms may sound familiar to you. If you're not familiar with what Plexus is, it's a health and wellness company, and we have a line of natural products that really help to balance your body. And what they do is basically address the root issue of so many problems. And those root issues typically are a blood sugar imbalance, poor gut health, chronic inflammation, and nutrient deficiency. And when you address those things with the Plexus products, it's amazing everything that falls into place. So, you feel better, you're sleeping better, you have more energy, your mood is better, and people are able to come off prescription meds and get help with the symptoms of so many different issues. And it's because of that that Plexus is just really growing like crazy. It's growing like wildfire at a rate of 3,000%. So I'm really proud to be a part of a company that's doing so much good. I want to go ahead and hand it over to some of these other people because they have really incredible stories. These are friends of mine. These are their true personal stories, and I cannot wait for you to hear them. I am going to first hand it over to Sarah Walter, who is a friend of mine that I've known since her husband and I were in grad school together at TCU, and she's now a senior ambassador on my team. So take it over, Sarah.
Hello, welcome to our event. I first heard about Plexus when I saw Jennifer presenting on Facebook and sharing her journey about a year ago, and I didn't think it was for me. I was a healthy mom, some high blood pressure that was hereditary, but I took medication and it was fine. I've always had high blood pressure, over 200 since I was 12 or 13 years old. But again, it was fine. And I also have an irregular heartbeat that is monitored. And again, with some medication, I am fine. So I thought everything was great. So in October, I went and got blood work. And my doctor, my cholesterol was right under 240. So like 238, 239. And he said, we really need to think about putting you on some cholesterol medicine, and I really didn't want to do that. He told me about a different diet. I've tried many diets, and nothing ever worked. I just figured it was hereditary, and that's how it would always be. So I decided to give Plexus a try. I had seen a post about this worked, so I took it to my cardiologist, and I said, tell me why I can't take this. And he looked at all the ingredients. He saw they were natural ingredients, no caffeine, which usually irritates my irregular heartbeat, and he said, there's nothing in here you can't have. You can give it a shot. So I did that. I decided to join. There's 3 different ways to join, and I decided to join as a wholesale ambassador. It's kind of like a Costco membership. I pay $34.95 per year. That's my only investment in this company, and I get wholesale pricing every month. So I had nothing to lose. So I tried it. I noticed some increased energy. I noticed that it was easier to wake up in the morning, but nothing like life-changing. And then a month later, I noticed I wasn't having an afternoon crash, energy crash. But at a time, I noticed things getting better. And then 2 months later, I went in and rechecked my blood, and my cholesterol had dropped over 50 points in just 2 months. My triglycerides had gone down 110 points. And another thing I didn't even notice until my cardiologist asked me, I hadn't been taking my medicine for my irregular heartbeat. So I was able to get off that. I avoided cholesterol medication, and it was so simple. Slim is, oops, I think that's upside down. I pour this little packet in water every morning, and I take it. I used to drink Diet Coke every morning, and we all know that those are not great ingredients. So I now have added this into my life. This is like my morning coffee or my morning get up. Again, no caffeine. And that's all I had to do, and my cholesterol went down. It helps regulate blood sugar. Therefore, I was not having sugar cravings or that afternoon energy crash. And also, the cravings stopped. No sugar, anything. So that was pretty exciting to me. Then I started sharing with some friends and family about what's going on. A lot of people wanted to join, and it's just taken off like crazy. I am a teacher. I work full-time. I don't do Plexus day and night. I just share with friends when I'm at my kids' baseball games and things like that. And now I have been able to decide that I'm going to stay at home with my children who are about to start middle school, and it just came into my life that 8 months later after I start Plexus, my income is going to take over my teaching salary. So I never expected that blessing in my life. Obviously, the health benefits are the most amazing things, but to be able to stay home with my children and give them the best is what I think every mother dreams of, and Plexus has made that happen. So that's why I love Plexus.
Okay, thank you so much, Sarah. I'm so excited for you that you get to stop teaching. I know you love teaching, but I'm excited for you that you get to stop teaching and be home with your kids. That's amazing. Okay, next I'm going to hand it over to one of my best friends, Michelle Mullen. She and I have known each other since our kids were just little babies, and she has an amazing testimony too. She is also a senior Ruby ambassador, which you're going to hear what that means in just a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and let Michelle, take over.
Hello, happy Memorial Day, everyone. I am happy to be here with you. I have been with Plexus about 2 years. About 2 years ago, I was on Facebook and I saw a before and after picture that Jennifer had put up, and I thought, whoa, I want to know what you have done, because she looked amazing, and I thought, give me some of that. And I trusted Jennifer. She told me it was Plexus. I trusted that she knew her stuff and did her research, which she did. And she told me about the 60-day money-back guarantee. And I thought, well, you know, that's pretty risk-free. I guess I'll go ahead and try it. And I loved it. I didn't need my money back. And in fact, I loved it so much I started to share it. And it really made me more comfortable to share with my friends and family, knowing that they would get their money back if they didn't like it. So the 60-day money-back guarantee is really important to me. It's also a rolling 60-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it for 6, 8 months, however long you want to, and still get the last 60 days money back, which is really cool. Company really believes in their products. I have always struggled with my weight, and so I've had a really bad relationship with eating and with food. I would crave sugar every morning, after breakfast, after lunch, after every meal, and in between the meals. I was just always craving sugar or carbs, and it was kind of, it made me feel really bad about myself. Like, why can't I have willpower and to not want to eat the whole package of cookies instead of just have one cookie? And I really just didn't understand what was going on, but really, now that I know, it was a sign that my gut was unhealthy. And when that happens, you have all these kind of crazy cravings, and you can have brain fog. A whole host of other health issues come from an unbalanced gut, like autoimmune diseases, anxiety. Lots of the medical profession is starting to get on board with the links of our health and our gut health. And that's why it's really important to make sure your gut is balanced. And our ProBio 5 is so much superior than any other of the probiotics on the market, because it has an antifungal and enzymes that will go in, kill off all the bad bacteria and yeast that line your gut. And then they have the 5 strains of probiotics that come in and replenish the good guys in your gut, so that your health just turns around. Once I did that, I got my gut health right. Now I can live a normal life. I don't think about food constantly. I can eat a cookie or pass up on a cookie, which would have never happened before. It's just freeing. I really can't. That's really why why I always share about Plexus, because it really had a emotional impact on me to understand that it wasn't just I have no willpower. It's that my gut was really unhealthy. And so about 2 years ago, when I started with Plexus, I also went back to school, college, full-time. And this is a testament to say how easy it is to share Plexus and build your business, because I was going full-time to school, and I worked part-time, I have a family, and I still was able to share Plexus with all my friends. I would have been doing it anyways if they paid me or not, but they were paying me. And so by the time I graduated, which is early this month, I graduated, I am able to make more money with my Plexus business than I would be able to in my field. So I have the financial freedom to be able to work from home, which I really, after working and going to school full time, I really missed being able to pick up my child and not have to send him to aftercare every single day, and be able to support, contribute to my family and do all these things by being a stay-at-home mom as well. And so I'm just thrilled to be involved with this company. I hope that you will try our Plexus products, because I really think they're amazing, and you can try them risk-free. You have a 60-day money-back guarantee, so give it a shot. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Michelle. See, there's just another one of my best friends who's able to stay home because of her Plexus income, which is just amazing to me. I feel so blessed to be a part of this. But I now want you to hear from Heather Hager, who is actually friends with Sarah. They teach together, and she has such an amazing testimony. I love to hear it. So I'm going to go ahead and let Heather tell you.
Hi, I am a Silver Ambassador with Plexus, and I am so excited to share my story with you. I really hope it relates to somebody that you know and can help them. My story starts at the age of 7. I started getting these debilitating, painful headaches where I would get really nauseous and I would vomit, and I would have to go to sleep in a dark room because I was very sensitive to light and sound. When I was in college, unfortunately, these started becoming more frequent. I was getting them on a weekly basis, so the doctor told me that I would have to start taking a preventative medication on a daily basis. And sometimes that medication would work and sometimes it wasn't, so I had backup, stronger medication in case it didn't work for that. In October of this year, unfortunately, they started becoming so frequent that I was having these debilitating headaches every single day. I had them for 40 days straight. My preventative medication, all of the hard backup medications I have, wasn't working. And you could see how that's really changed my life. I was sleeping in on the weekends. I wasn't able to be out socializing. I was in bed a lot of the time. So from October to January, it was my mission to figure out what in the world was wrong with me. I went to tons of doctors. I spent tons of money, and the doctors came back and said, we can't really find anything. And so I went to a neurologist, and this was kind of my low point in the journey. He said that I'd have to be hospitalized, I would have to quit my job of teaching, which I love, and I would have to take oxycodone every single day, which is a powerful, strong pain medication. And I sat there and I said, isn't there something natural I can do? The medications aren't working. I don't really want to take another one. Is there a diet, exercise, what can I do? And he looked me in the face and said, you must not be in that much pain if you aren't willing to do this. And that literally broke my heart. So when my friend Sarah told me about Plexus and how it's all natural, I got excited. She said, Heather, I know that there's some people that this is really helping who also have headaches. So I literally said, why not? Nothing else is working. And I'm so excited she did that and reached out to me and shared with me, because I am now over 150 days pain-free. I have not had that chronic painful headache, and I'm no longer taking any medication whatsoever for it. So that's really exciting. My quality of life has improved. It literally has changed my life. I'm socializing. I am not in bed all the time. I can teach, which I love, and do it well, and be there for my friends and my family. So I actually started taking Triplex when Sarah told me, and I'm going to share one of my favorite products. Triplex is the Slim and the ProBio and BioCleanse. And I want to share about BioCleanse. Let me turn this the right way. There we go. BioCleanse is full of magnesium, which people who suffer from chronic headaches usually have a lack of magnesium. And I know the word cleanse scares people often, but this is a gentle cleanse. This is not in the bathroom all day, severe on your digestive system. So this has really helped me because, like I said, people who suffer from headaches usually have a lack in magnesium, and they also, because of that, have digestive issues. So I had them myself, and I can say that that has definitely been taken care of by using BioCleanse. I also wanted to encourage you, because I know people get nervous when they hear the word ambassador and think you have to sell. I want to tell you that this is really super easy. I know that people are busy, or people think that they're not salespeople. I'm building my business being a full-time teacher. I personally, this is how I do it. I take 30 minutes a day to post on Facebook. I share with my friends or family, or I reach out to people to see how they're doing if they're already taking Plexus. And I view this kind of as just sharing like what I would normally do, a movie, a restaurant. I just share how Plexus has helped me. So I encourage you to not be nervous about that, or have that deter you from trying Plexus. Thanks for listening.
Okay, thank you so much, Heather. I love to hear every single day that you have another day that goes by that you don't have a migraine. I cheer. It's amazing. I really want to tell you just a little bit about how I got into Plexus. Again, I'm Jennifer Pearson, and I'm a senior Ruby ambassador with Plexus. And what happened is, about 2 years ago, my high school friend Rosalind Payne was posting on Facebook about how she and a bunch of her friends were feeling better and getting healthier with this Plexus thing. And so I was really intrigued. I know that Rosalind has a heart condition, and she had all of her cardiologists and her doctors review the ingredients, and they approved it, gave it a big thumbs up, so I knew it was safe. So I tried it, and it really blew me away, because I had high expectations because I knew that she would only be promoting something that worked, but it did so much more for me than I ever thought that it would. So, I mean, my sugar cravings were gone, which was great. I had problems with that. My energy was just consistent all day long. I didn't feel like I needed a nap every day like I used to. I had been suffering from really poor sleep, and especially because I had restless leg syndrome for years, and it was gone once I started on Plexus. And also, I had terrible brain fog, and if you suffer from brain fog, you know how horrible that is and how it affects your whole life. My brain fog completely disappeared. You know, I just had so many great things. My cholesterol improved, all of my labs improved and became in normal range. And I just couldn't stop telling people about it. I was just telling everybody. And my friend Roz, you know, said, why don't you just go ahead and let them order from your website? You can just sign up for the discount. And if anyone wants to order, send them to your website and they can order. And it just kind of blew up into this whole thing that I never meant it to be, because I had no interest in the business opportunity whatsoever. I worked in corporate America, I had my 2 kids, and I thought I was busy, and I just didn't want to do it. But it just kind of took on a life of its own. So here I am. At this point, I have almost 600 ambassadors on my team. Next month, I am working towards and will hopefully go Emerald, which means that I get the 6-figure income, a free Lexus, and an annual trip to Hawaii, which is really exciting. And I still am pinching myself because I can't believe that they pay us so well for doing something we would be doing anyway. To me, the best part is that I know that I'm helping my friends and family, because I get messages, I get phone calls from friends and family members, and sometimes they're in tears, and they're telling me about how they've been able to come off prescription meds, or they're feeling better than they have in years. you know, it's so rewarding for me. So I would be doing it anyway. But I do want you to get to take a look at what the actual income opportunity is, so that if you or somebody else you know might need a little bit of supplemental income, just something to consider if you know other people who might be able to benefit from the products. So I am currently at Senior Ruby right now, and my next level up will be Emerald. But I have so many people on my team who are Silver, Gold, Senior Gold, you know, Senior Rubies, Michelle, and they're all just ranking up so fast because the products are amazing, but also because I have the most incredibly successful upline. So I am the bottom right corner down here, and my friend from high school, Rosalind Payne, is the bottom left corner, and she signed me up. The top right is her best friend, Celeste Gwynn, and the top left is her friend, Jennifer Hawkins, that she signed up under. So every single person in my upline has made it to the top of the company, and these amounts are just the average income by rank, but the amounts are actually, they've been able to enter again under themselves so they can earn more than this. So it's just an amazing opportunity. There's so many people who are friends ranking up together, going to Hawaii together. I've been lucky enough that I've been able to win trips to Florida and to Washington, D.C., and my team, I have 20 on my team that are going to Vegas next week or the week after that for convention. It's just been really exciting and fun, and we have a lot of fun together. But you know, the other thing that I want to say is we haven't touched on one of my favorite products, which is X Factor, and it's a vitamin, but it's different from other vitamins because it has a patented aloe blend that took 35 years in the making. And this patented aloe blend lets your body absorb the nutrients into the cellular level, which means that you're absorbing it 300 to 400% better. So you're not just peeing it out. So what I really love about this, you're going to see that your hair and your nails are growing faster and longer and stronger, and you feel more energy, you feel better. It's the only vitamin I've ever heard anyone say that they could tell a difference when they were taking. But it's great for people who have thyroid issues. I have so many people who've been helped with their thyroid by taking the triplex with X Factor because it has thiamine in it, which is great for your thyroid function. And also that aloe is helping your body absorb vitamin D, which is really difficult to absorb and is really critical for thyroid function. So I've had so many people helped with their thyroid issues through Plexus. I have a page of, I think, over 400 people on Facebook where we discuss how to take the products. I have all kinds of research and articles on the individual ingredients and how they help. And you're welcome to be added to that page. But it's just one of the many things that I love about doing this job, if you can call it a job. It's too much fun to be able to call it that. But I get to help people every day, just like these ladies that you've heard from. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over. We have two more people who are going to quickly share their stories, and you have to stay on because they are absolutely amazing. First, I'm going to hand it over to Megan Vogt, who is a Silver Ambassador on my team. So go ahead, Megan.
Hello, everyone. Happy Memorial Day. So my story is that I have two autoimmune diseases, and started where I thought my first autoimmune disease was kicking back in, and then last year I went to a holistic doctor and to another neurologist and everything, and they told me it looks like I come down with another one, which is really common when you have an autoimmune disease, is that you usually come up with two. So that threw me for a loop because I was a very active person. I worked out every morning with my husband. We went on bike rides daily, went to the park, the lake with my kids, and I got to the point that I couldn't get out of bed. I had heavy feet. I had lost pretty much my vision in my left eye, almost. Numbness, joint swelling, so much stuff, and I really didn't like all the medication that they kept on telling me I had to take and was on. So I started trying to do anything possible to not take all these medications. So I tried vegan, I tried raw vegan, and nothing was working for me. And I went and found a new holistic doctor in Dallas, and she was talking, and I saw the Plexus there, and I was like, And then my friend Kim, my amazing leader, was bringing it up, and I went out to dinner with her, and she's talking about it, and I'm like, Plexus again. All right, I might have to try this. Then went back to my doctor 2 days later, and she offered it to me, and I was like, I know someone that I trust, and she really recommended it, so I'm going to give it a go. And from that moment on, within 2 weeks, I started seeing a difference in my eye. In my left eye, I started getting more clear vision, no heavy feet anymore. I was able to start working out by week 4, and I'm getting teary-eyed, and I pretty much got off of my medication. And I'm now losing weight from it because I'm not on the steroids and all that. And it's been a very emotional, amazing thing. And I joined just to get wholesale, and I didn't think that I was gonna, sorry, this is my first time sharing my story, so I'm getting all emotional. I was going to sell it or anything, but I couldn't help it. Like, I don't feel like I'm selling it. I feel like I'm sharing because it's so different from, because I've been involved in another MLM company where I had to put in so much money every month and had all these commitments and kind of had to have some stock so I can share with people and everything. And here you don't even, if you don't want to sell, you don't sell, and you get to just have an awesome product at a low cost, and you don't have to go broke and stress about the product. And the company is amazing. I 100% agree with it, and that's why I share it with everyone. And one of the main things that helped me a lot is our Mega X, because it is amazing with people like myself that have the problems that I have, falling asleep and staying asleep. It's our Megas. It has 6, 3, 6, 9, 5, and 7 in it. There's no fishiness in it. It is 100% plant-based, amazing, and it has been truly my savior. I have slept like a baby since being on this, and I recommend it to many, many people too. But like I said, Plexus has totally changed my world. It's given back my life to me and my family. Like this weekend, I worked out, I worked in the yard, I went fishing, rode my bike down to the lake, and 6 months ago, that would have never happened. So I hope that everyone just takes a chance to look over everything and give it a try. It's 100% worth it.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm telling you, you have to like invest in Kleenexes when you work with this company, because every week I'm tearing up over somebody's testimony. Okay, that was wonderful. Thank you. And I'm going to turn it over to another amazing person with her testimony. This is Mindy Sample, and she's our last presenter, but it's just incredible what her testimony is as well. So I'm going to go ahead. She is also a Silver Ambassador on my team. Go ahead.
Hi everybody, I'm Mindy Sample, and like Jen said, I'm a Silver Ambassador, and I just want to share with you quickly, about 8 years ago I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease as well. The symptoms that I had were similar to what you've heard tonight, but I had severe body aches and debilitating lifestyle. I couldn't hardly get out of bed. I hurt all over. I always felt like I had the flu. That's what I would tell the doctors when I would go see them, is I just feel like I've got the flu. And I couldn't sleep very well. The brain fog, I can't even begin to tell you. I couldn't even put a sentence together in the mornings because I hadn't slept the night before. I had muscle cramps, you just name it. The list just went on and on and on. And so because of all of that, I had a weakened immune system. And so when I would get sick, I would just be down for days. The weather changed, then I could feel when the weather changed. People used to kid me and say that I was like a weather forecaster, that I could forecast the weather. But anyway, I too am getting a little emotional. I'm sorry for that. But so when I would get sick, I would stay sick forever. Nothing would help, no medication. But so this last December, I got the flu, bronchitis, and a sinus infection all in one. And I went to the doctor, and 2 rounds of antibiotics, and 2 weeks later, I'm still sick. And I was just desperate for help, and so a friend of mine at work started sharing his stories about Plexus. And I thought, no, that's not me. It can't help me because I have this disease, and that there's just nothing that's going to help. And I'm just going to be stuck in my bed and just be miserable forever. And so finally, I did decide to try it. Day 5, after having the triplex, I could tell a difference. And I thought, could this be real? This can't be. And day 10, I went to see my rheumatologist, and he walked in and he said, something's different. I don't know what you're doing, but whatever you're doing, it's working. And that kind of gave me an avenue to show him what I was doing, and showing that, well, I'm trying something new. I'm trying something all healthy, and I'm doing Plexus. And he immediately got online and he started researching, and he saw that everything was all natural. He said, nothing's going to hurt you in these products, and I totally support what you're doing. And he said, you look so good that if I were you, I would do an infomercial for Plexus. And he said, I totally support what you're doing. He said, as a matter of fact, you're the 2nd person just today that's come in talking about Plexus. And so he said, I tell you what, we're going to start weaning you off of your medicine, and see if we can't go the natural route. I was floored. I thought he would be skeptical and tell me not to do this, and yet he didn't. He told me, let's do this. So by February, the end of February, I was totally off my medicine, and I started to see a difference. And people around me, I teach as well, and so even my students, I will tell you, even my students were just shocked at how much better I looked and how much more energy I had, and the brain fog was starting to go away, and I slept incredible. So a lot of these products have already been talked about tonight, but the one that was one of my favorites that I kind of started replacing my medication with is the Plexus IS, and I guess you can see that. And the Plexus IS has 2 major ingredients, one called New Zealand green lipid mussel, and the other one was turmeric. And the New Zealand green lipid mussel targets 2 different areas, and that is inflammation and chronic pain, both of which I suffered with. And so this product, I can tell you, has changed my life, in that I was taking not only my prescriptions but also OTC medication like crazy, like it was candy. I would eat it just trying to get some sort of relief from all the chronic pain I was feeling, and nothing was working. When I started this with Plexus IS, the pain started to go away, and I haven't been on any medication since. And so I was a huge skeptic, and now I'm a convert, if you will, and I can tell you that I'm very active. I am not that person that cancels anymore on social events. I'm usually the one that's ready to go and do, and it has totally changed my life, and it has been a huge blessing.
Okay, thank you so much. And one of the things that you touched on is your doctor approving the products, and it's very, very common. We have a lot of healthcare professionals, medical professionals, even on my team. I have several, but doctors, nurses, chiropractors, naturopaths, pharmacists, dietitians. We have so many who have seen the improvement in their customers and their patients that they've jumped on board and are actually endorsing the products too, which is really exciting. So that really wraps it up for us. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you, ladies, for sharing your story with us. If you were invited tonight by an ambassador, follow up with them to get more information or have any questions you have answered. Also, if you were invited by somebody on my team, we have a Memorial Day special we're running right now, so make sure you ask about that because it's really terrific. All right, thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.